Hello, class. In this video, I'd like to answer a few of your homework problems from the 2-2 problem set. So in this question, you're given a table and you're asked to answer a few questions. The first question says, how many classes are in this table? So I just count them up: 1, 2, 3, 4 classes. Check my answer. And we get the nice work. The next question is the lower class limit for the fourth class. So here's the first, second, third, fourth class, and the lower limit would be the 28. And the upper limit for the fourth class is this 33.9. Okay, looks good. And then the last part is the class width. So to get the class width, we would subtract 28 minus 22, or 22 minus 16, or 16 minus 10. And it looks like that is 6, right? The lower limit's increased by 6. Check answer. We get the good job. Let's take a look at number 14. So we have a graph here, and it says, how is the bar graph misleading? Well, the problem is, when you look at 2006, it looks like the earnings is significantly lower than somebody in 2007, right? Because the bar just looks so much higher, right? It's almost quadruple or quintuple the size. But then when you look at the scale on the vertical axis, you see that we're counting 34,500, 35,000. Maybe if we would have started at 0, this would look a little bit different. So the vertical axis, starts at 34,500 instead of 0. Oops, it should actually be letter A, right? So the first part of A and D are the same, right? The vertical axis starts at 34,500 instead of 0. But this effect tends to indicate that the median earnings has changed at a faster rate than it actually did, right? And that's what I was saying. It looked like the earnings from 2006 to 2007 changed significantly, but when you really look at the numbers, we're talking 34,500 to 36,000 and change. It's not that big of a difference. So I check my answer, we get the fantastic, and we move on. So it says redraw the graph. Okay, so let's see here. So they all have now the same scale, and we start at 0. And I need, let's see, 2007 was slightly below 36,500, and 2008 was above 35,500. So let's see if we could find something where we have this slight dip here. So when I zoom in, you can see that these graphs are no good because this is 30,000 and my first value has to be above 34,000, right? So letters A and C, both of my first bars start below 30,000. But when I looked at letter B and D, you can see my bars are above 35,000, or right, this is a little bit above 35,000, right? Because it's 20, 25, 30, 35. So that wouldn't work. But choice B, you can see if this is 20, 25, 30, 35, right, we're slightly below 35. So this looks like this would work. I check answer, and I get the excellent. Let's see. It says, what does the new graph seem to convey? So when I look at the bars are all about the same height. So I'm going to say that the median earnings has remained fairly constant over a period of time. Good. Next question. Okay, we have a newspaper article that claims the afternoon hours were the worst in terms of robberies, and provide the graph to the right to support this claim. Let's see how this is misleading. Well, when I look at the scale on the bottom, I notice that the intervals are different here, right? 6 to 9 is 3 hours. 9 to 12 is 3 hours. 12 to 6 is 6 hours. and then we go back to 3-hour intervals. So this interval is double all of the other intervals. So of course there would be more crime during this interval because it's double, it's a longer time period. So I'm going to select letter D. Not all of the intervals are the same size. And we get the good job. Finally, last question. Okay, we have another newspaper graphic. And let's see. So it's definitely not a pie chart. It's not a dot plot. So the closest thing I could say is think of this almost as a bar graph, right? The greater the percentage, the higher the bar. They just used a baby bottle. So let's give that a try. Good work. And then it says describe problems with the graphic. So one problem I see right away is where does the 52% end? Does it end at the bottom here of the top? Does it end at the top of the nipple? I'm not really sure. So I'm going to say, yeah, the reader cannot tell whether the graph ends at the top of the nipple or in the baby bottle or at the end of the milk, right? I think that should do it. Yes, well done. Let's see, what else? So now it says construct a graphic that is not misleading. Okay, so we have 3 categories, right? From 0 to 2 is 52%, 3 or more is 38%, and then there's I don't know. So I see 0 to 2, 3 or more, I don't know. All right, so I'm thinking it's going to be letter A and B, right? Because we've already said that it's not a pie chart, it's not a dot plot. And so from 0 to 2 is 52%, 0 to 2, that's 52%. 3 or more this should be less. So yeah, the graphic should go down, right? 0 to 2, 3 or more, I don't know. The value should go down. So letter C should be my answer. We get the nice work. And I think that's it. Thank you for watching.